Jawhar, a green belt situated in Palghar district, is about 80 kilometers from Nashik and 180 kilometers from Mumbai. It's a tribal area with 90% population consisting of tribal people. It is famous for its cultural diversity and also its biodiversity. However, the natural beauty does not make life of 83% of its population any better. People are still engaged in agricultural activities and are still below poverty line. Given this backdrop, let's see how Jawhar has fared when it comes to women. When we were told that we were to visit Jawhar, we pictured it to be a full-fledged typical village, a remote place with no electricity, no network, suppressed women, male dominance all over the place and women doing only household tasks. But when we talked to Vidyatai, who runs a self-help group in one of the villages in Jawhar, this is what she had to say about how women were treated 20 years ago.
एखादा पाहुणा जर आला नाही आमच्या घरी कोणाच्या घरी माझ्या असं एखादा पाहुणा आला तर त्याला पाणी घेऊन द्यायचं असेल तर बाई दारापर्यंत जाईल, दारानंतर मग पुरुष घेऊन जाईल. किंवा चहा नेऊन द्यायचा असेल तर बाई दारापर्यंत चहा घेऊन जाईल, दाराच्या पुढे मग पुरुष घेऊन जाईल. मग त्यांच्यामध्ये काय चर्चा होत असेल, काय गप्पा गोष्टी होत असतील ते बाईचा काही संबंध नसेल. तर असं बाईची परिस्थिती होती. चार भिंती म्हणजेच तिचं ते जग. आमच्या खेड्यामध्ये नाही, कारण आम्ही आता टीव्हीला बघतो, पेपरला वाचतो, मुलगी झाली का त्या बायकोला एकतर सोडून दिलं जातं किंवा तिला मारलं जातं. आमच्या एरियामध्ये आम्ही कसं आधी पण नव्हतं का मुलगाच झाला पाहिजे असं. वेळ बघतात, एक मुलगी झाली, दोन मुलगी झाली, तिसरी मुलगी झाली की मग ते ऑपरेशन करतात. ते दुसरी बाई करत नाही किंवा मग तिला सोडून पण देत नाही. आणि आता तर असं रुजलं गेलं का एक मुलगी झाली, एका मुलीवरती ऑपरेशन करायचं असं ठरवलं. असं भेदभाव नाही, काही मुलगाच झाला पाहिजे, तो मुलगा झाल्यानंतर माझ्या घराचा तो नवसाचा दिवा असेल, आम्हाला म्हातारपणी तो सांभाळेल. मुलगी झाली तर ती दुसऱ्या घरी जाईल असं काही ठेवलं नाही. आता ते पूर्ण आम्ही मिटवून टाकलं. मुलगी झाली आणि मुलगा झाला तरी दोघांना समान महत्त्व द्यायचं. मुलगाच पाहिजे सगळी हट्ट करायचं. चांगल्या झालेल्या आहेत त्या असं भेटतात आम्हाला, आम्ही भेटतो त्याच्या. मुलगी काय करते, लग्न झाले का काय, दोघांचं चांगलं. आता बरेच बायकांच्या मुली चांगल्या उद्यावर गेले. एक माझ्याच बरोबर वेगळी म्हणून त्यांनी तर त्यांचा मुलगा अक्षरशः डॉक्टर केला, गटातून कर्ज घेऊन. म्हणजे जवळजवळ 3-4 लाख रुपये त्यांनी गटातून कर्ज घेतले. म्हणजे कसं 50,000 घेतले, ते परत केले, त्याच्यानंतर अजून घेतले, परत फेडले असे. तर त्यांनी.
But what about today, when girls are winning medals for India in Olympics? This is what Vidyatai had to say about it. But does this also apply to their previous generation? When we talked to a few women in village, we discovered that the routine of a typical woman is more or less similar to our perception. Most of the times, she gets consumed in the kitchen, feeding her livestock, collecting fodder, working in her farm, bringing water from far off locations. All in all, this explains their daily routine. In the same village, in Jilla Parishad school, boys to girls ratio was almost 1:1, comprising of 122 boys and 123 girls. This clearly indicates that female education is on the rise. But is it common? We happened to meet 7 more ladies outside the Jawhar SBI branch who had come to open their bank accounts. Guess what the accounts were for? For availing their gas subsidy directly into their bank account under DPT. Similar awareness was seen in the public hospital in Jawhar. wherein 12 to 13-year-old girls were waiting outside the doctor's room for getting themselves registered in order to get proper iron supplements in future for their menstrual cycle. We also saw enough awareness about government schemes amongst the women community. But there was also something else to notice. We interacted with a girl who was arts graduate. She is currently pursuing a nursing course. She works in a retail shop as well as her own farm, whereas her brother, who had 3 kids, did nothing for living. There was another lady who taught in a primary school at Jawhar and was working in shifts, mornings as well as evenings. She belonged to Nashik, and her father, who worked in the Panchayat Samiti, was broad-minded enough to send her there. But like her, not all girls are fortunate. For girls who belong to nearby villages, this was a distant dream. Their parents did not allow them to move out of their houses for job purposes because of safety issues and also their perception of this world being a cruel place. But even those who are engaged in unorganized sectors are not treated at par with their male counterpart. Men were paid 270 rupees and for the same work, women were paid 200 rupees. This was the only sign of equal work and unequal pay. Apart from their wage earnings being slightly lower than that of their male counterparts, females were in general treated at par. All in all, throughout our research, we observed that there was a little or no discrimination with respect to women. They were also given opportunity to study and learn vocational courses, but due to their parents being orthodox, held them from sending their daughter in the outer world to excel in their lives. Still, by and large, we could notice that the women in Jawhar were better off than those in the other part of the country. Thus, when it comes to gender equality, other talukas should idolize Jawhar.
असं वेट करायचं असं करायचं सर्वजण 1 2 3 चला भेटू बाय 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 टाटा टाटा बाय टाटा